god, Crab made the same comparison. Holy shit, it really is the Kenso DP. We're on the same wavelengths. Let's go. From KOF 98. Holy shit.
Jacob is calling it the Dimitri Demon Cradle, and I'm like, you know, you're not wrong.
All right, I'm ready for some goblin with a fat ass.
Yeah,
I want to see what the fuck this is about.
I
You
need
know
a
what?
link.
There is a clip out there for me saying shoutouts to fat asses.
Fat asses.
There is. I was the one that made that clip.
There's gonna be a lot of Scott Steiner references.
Me when I hate fat ass.
It'll be in the next Street Fighter the movie clip show once I get around to it. But yeah, we're gonna go right over to Erin with Goblin with a fat ass. So thanks again for everybody who hung out, and we'll see y'all over there. Bye.
Bye. Oh my god, that was crazy.
I fucking love Schmeiser Robo.
It's so good.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll just do it in here.
Oh, you're here?
Or you can just yeah.
Were we live the whole time?
We're live right now. Okay.
We're live. Yeah.
Are y'all ready for some fat asses?
Wait. Okay, hold on. You gotta listen to this music so you can set the scene real quick. Okay, hang on. Oh, fable travelers, welcome to the land of Nassatol. You, Behest, you are a group of ne'er-do-wells with one goal: to rob the richest person in town blind. Unfortunately for you, despite all of your stealth, you are a goblin with a fat ass. Your ass, it drags along the ground. And you are tasked with this task of robbing some rich dickhead. Okay, who's playing?
I'll play.
Perfect. Okay, Joe, do me a favor. You got a browser window in front of you?
I can get one. It's as easy as a button.
I just need you to pull up a 1d6 dice thingamabob.
So, question: can I use my real dice?
You can, in fact, but the thing is, okay, so here's the thing. If you do that, I am trusting you to
Be truthful with my rolls.
yes.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I'm capturing this window correctly. Is this not showing up? Uh-oh. I hope I don't have to display capture the window of the game.
Or would you rather I do like a window that I could share?
Yeah.
Well, either way.
Is this a multi-person game? Because I could be.
It can be, sure.
Yeah, I'd like to enjoy that.
All you need is a 1d6, and you can just Google that. Like I'll do you right now.
I got one right now, actually, in my hand.
I'm gonna need one too, so I might as well.
I got a D6 in my hand, and I'll be truthful.
All right, it's actually it's almost funnier if you lie.
I know you lie.
What if
I know you lie.
What if I lie in the opposite direction?
All right, so what we're gonna do. The first thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna open a little notepad here so I can keep track of some shit for myself, because we gotta do some stats. And for the stream, I'm actually gonna zoom this in so y'all can see what we're actually rolling for.
Should I open one too for a notepad?
You don't have to.
Okay.
Let's see. So, fuck, this looks terrible. Hang on, let me resize this shit so y'all can. Ooh, that looks gross. I want to let me capture the actual image. I'll tell you what. Can I just? Maybe I should save the image. Yeah, this is a one-page TTRPG. If you look up, if you search for Orbital Dropkick, the creator of this, They also have a webcomic that's fucking awesome called Kill 6 Billion Demons. They had a tweet which has both of these up. It's called Goblin with a Fat Ass. You can find it pretty easily. In fact, let me just pull up the tweet. Here we go. This might actually help me see it better. Can I screen cap from this easier?
I don't want to be that person. Like, do you mind if I run away for like 2 minutes?
Run as you may.
I will be right back. I promise.
Run to the hills. Run for
Run
your life.
to the hills.
It's chat. If you're asking how fat the goblin's ass is, we are actually going to roll for that. So give me a second. And we actually only have like 20 minutes to play this. So I mean, but this takes not very long. So all right. Mad Dog, you said you're in, right?
Yes, I am.
All right. So do me a favor. Roll 1d6 for your ass size.
Let's go. I'm rolling now. 4.
4. You have the ass approximately of a green dump truck. So
Yes.
also along with that, and let me also make a note of that. You have the dump truck ass, and on top of that, we have to determine how you got your ass. So, do me a favor and roll one more time.
Sure.
Oh, you know what? I'm not playing
What?
the music. Fuck. Hold on. This is important.
Okay. You want to know the number I just rolled?
Yes, but give me just a sec while I wait. There we go. Y'all should Okay, wait. There we go. Now that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. The ass. It fuels us. Okay. So, what number did you get one more time?
Number 1.
You got a 1. So, your ass. You got your ass through a life of leisure and indolence. You have considerable charisma, excellent taste in fashion, and a delightful penchant for wine tasting. You're basically a sommelier, not just of the ass, but of the finest wines. You sit on your incredible dump truck ass and enjoy a delightful Merlot with hints of. Okay, I actually do need. I need a 1d8. So, you know what? Actually, we'll get to that in just a sec. We have to figure some other things out. We have to figure out who we're robbing because you are a bit of a you have a taste for crime. You and your ass. You've. But if you could roll one more 1d6 for me, we're gonna figure out who you're committing these crimes against.
Let's see. I got a 4 again.
All right. So there is a fireworks factory magnate who's been living it up a little too much. Him and his damn sparklers. Every time you see a sparkler, you're like, I could just smother that with my own ass.
Yeah.
I could smother him with his ass, and then that fortune that he made off those sparklers will be mine. I'll hold a sparkler in between my ass cheeks. Children will love it.
Well, I have a green dump truck ass, so it could be helpful.
All right, so we're gonna roll one more 1d6 to. I'm actually gonna roll this one just so we determine where he lives, and he lives. He lives somewhere. Oh, you know what? It'd help if I. Okay, a 5. So he lives in an ancient volcano temple where he manufactures his fucked up fireworks that have been blowing off limbs, asses, all manner of just horrific injuries. It's unsettling.
It sounds dangerous.
So, what are we robbing from him? Roll 1d6 for me.
Me too, again.
Yes, please.
1d6. It is 2.
2. So he has imprisoned a greed demon of some sort a greed demon which is loud as fuck and complains all the fucking time, and you don't.
Opposite of the quiet man.
Opposite.
It is, yeah, the literal opposite of the quiet man. Just the most obnoxious fucking the Dane Cook of demons. This is little piece of shit. But because you can sell it on the black market, you figure you can flip this for easy profit.
Yes.
Now, unfortunately for you, you also have this dump truck ass, but the miniature Dane Cook is protected by a cadre of numerous but poorly paid guards. And roll a die for me.
Yep. 1.
A bunch of bloodthirsty, goblin-hating pirate mercenaries who were like, Oi, Gav, have you seen any fucking goblins with fat asses? I take my flintlock, I just shoot it right off. In it. If anybody has a better, I need K-Press. I need someone with a better shitty pirate accent than this. So, and these mercenaries, they have this piece of shit miniature Dane Cook locked in. Roll a d6 for me one more time.
Okay. 1.
1. They have suspended in a glass room, suspended over a giant lake of lava or burning shit. You're not really sure. No one's done. Your scientists couldn't really Florence flask to test the material. It's unclear. This volcano temple's many layers of protection. Keep this firework, this sparkler hoarding monster hidden from the eyes of the public. So, let's play the game, shall we? All right. So,
Does Joe have to do any dice rolls?
Joe, we didn't establish your. We have to establish your ass.
Yeah, we have not defined what ass that I have.
Do me a favor, Joe, as you also wish to rob this horrible sparkler salesman. Roll 1d6 for the size of your ass, please.
We got a 5.
You got a 5. Your ass is the juggernaut. It's the juggernaut. Your ass itself. Like you look down and you just see Kane Marco. That's back there for you.
My ass possessed the jewel.
Your ass almost has a mind of its own, really. Let's see. How did you get your ass? Roll 1d6 for me one more time.
We are doing informed stuff.
Well, I gotta turn you up a little bit. 1 second.
Oh, sorry. I'll get closer. I rolled a 4.
Okay, so, your ass, you unlike most goblins with fat asses, you worked very hard for your ass. You were like lean beef patty. You had a strong regimen of daily calisthenics, protein, rock climbing with your ass, weightlifting with your ass. Your ass is
correct to my actual ass.
The strength of your ass could almost move mountains, really. So, now that we know this about both of your asses, we have to roll for classes of your asses. And for this, we actually need a 1d8. So I'm gonna, if you beat me to it, you can use Google for it or whichever. If you do me a 1d8 roll, we can give you quickly assign.
I have a 1d8 right here.
You have a 1d8? Perfect.
Yeah. It's a diamond one, right?
Sure.
Sure. Yeah. No, I don't see a 9 on it. I see an 8. All right.
Okay.
So I'm rolling it, and I got a 7.
A 7. You are a fucking warlock.
Warlock? A warlock ass?
You have intimate knowledge of the goblin occult and candles, and you've been to One Yankee Candle and they taught you how to shoot lightning. It's weird, I know. Mad Dog, can you roll a 1d8 for me?
I actually did just a moment ago. It's a 4.
Okay. You have intimate knowledge of the most intense goblin ass magics. You are a wizard. You know the Dewey Decimal System. You have seen every every episode of Manimal, your knowledge of magical creatures is second to none. And you can light pretty much anything on fire. You just have to roll your ass to do it. But okay, so
Let's do it.
we're just gonna do a really quick mission because we only have 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, so you both want to infiltrate this terrible factory of fireworks-based destruction, and capture this imprisoned greed demon, this Dane cook who's really upset he's not receiving royalties from his comedy specials anymore. All right, so how are we going about this? How are you infiltrating this ancient volcano temple? Do you want to just walk in the front door? Do you want to like climb up the side of the volcano? Do you want to like how are we feeling about that?
It really depends on how steep the volcano is right now, to be honest. Like, it's climbable, right?
It's a climbable. I mean, it's steep, as most volcanoes tend to be, but
like you said, my ass is like good at rock climbing, and like I earned my ass the right way, so I feel like I'm confident enough to climb up the side of it.
absolutely. So if you want to climb that, give me a hell yeah. If you want to
Hell! Oh, hell! Yeah!
Oh, also, one last thing. You have stuff in your pockets, both of you two. So if you give me one roll d6 each, I will tell you what is in your pocket as you try and climb the fucked up firework mountain.
Oh, I got a 6.
All right, so you have with you 3 different pairs of shoes, sunglasses, your overcoat, a loose sandwich is in there, and a pack of matches. That could be important later.
In my pockets.
Yeah, it's a big coat.
Big ass.
To conceal your massive ass.
Alright, so I got Dane's shoes. I got it.
Yeah. And Mad Dog, your roll, please.
My 1 to 6 roll got me a 2.
Okay, you have not much on you, but you have the greatest, most perfectly shaped, smooth and shiny stone you have ever seen. You can see in pristine 4K quality a perfect reflection of your own ass in it. It is just
glorified ass mirror.
a perfect sphere. It's almost like you basically have the phantasm orb with you.
Nice.
Rotund.
All right, so are you both climbing the side of this thing, or are you going together?
Yeah,
or-
I want to climb. What do you want to do, Mad Dog?
All right, so I have the option of climbing, or what was the other thing?
You could. I mean, there's like a door.
I'll go for the door.
Okay.
All right, so we're separating if that's the case. Yeah.
All right. So if you both give me, because I have to check on this chaos clock thing, give me a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, this might be a D12 roll.
I think I got one. Oh no, I got one.
Yeah, give me a D12 roll per person, just to make sure.
All right,
I'm sure.
I'll do it.
I'll roll a d12 right now, and I got 11.
11. You are fine. You make it to the lid of the volcano, and you are looking down, and you see a fairly intricate series of pulleys and platforms, but you're pretty confident you can, again, make your way through it. And Mad Dog, what did you roll?
I got an 8.
You got an 8, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Good.
No problems. You just sort of walk in, and you're surprised that they just left the door to the factory unlocked like this. You see a bunch of
Sure, high
workers
five,
kind of... Yeah. You're actually... If you were to yell, you would be able to talk to each other, but you may alert, the numerous but poorly paid guards. I don't know if you want to risk that.
Okay, good point.
But what about like the sound of the ass cheeks clapping together?
Well,
like
we'll get to that. So, all right. So as you want to proceed further, Joe, are you descending the pulleys? What are we doing?
so the option was pulleys or what else?
That or... Let me think for a second. Remember that you also have with you a bunch of matches. You can, you could try maybe lighting some on fire, maybe cause a distraction, or you could just, climb through them. Whatever you want to do.
the only thing that I'm seeing the matches are useful is to like let out more like of a doom fireball sort of situation out of the farts coming out of my ass. So I'm gonna save the matches for later.
Okay.
And I think I'm just gonna trust the. Just in case, I'm gonna trust the pulley system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll for me. 1d6.
D6. It is going to be a 6.
A 6. Okay.
I swear, it's a 6. Do you want...
So you make it down the pulleys, and you're on this little You know how in factories they have kind of like a sliding series of it's like a sluice. It's like a half pipe basically, and then there's a series of mechanical things dragging the products, the various sparklers and such up a it's sort of that sort of system. You managed to land in one just fine. The thing is, you are now sliding. You're sliding down one on the side where you're not really sure where it goes. It's a very long, complex series of interlocking tools. Meanwhile, Mad Dog, you walk in, and you start to feel like you're forgetting something. But do me a favor and roll 1d6 for me.
Yes, I just rolled a moment ago. It was a 3.
Okay. Now, I have bad news.
Oh no.
Because the 3 here says that something that wasn't supposed to break breaks. So when you opened the door, you may not have noticed this, but there was a rope connected to the door handle on the opposite side. And the series of statues of the fireworks magnate that were on the side of each room are starting to very slowly collapse inward on the room, and you might want to start running.
Oh shit.
Is it time to get the fuck out? Oh shit.
Joe, you actually hear that. You hear this sort of like rumbling, and you're like, I'm heading towards that sound.
Oh, so I'm gonna go towards danger.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start a ticking clock here.
Oh shit.
Because you have 3 minutes to find and either murk this guy or rob him blind. So, roll 1d6 for me, both of you.
Got it.
4.
I got 1.
Okay, unfortunately, as you're running, you are making good progress, and the statues are starting to like hit the floor of the place. Unfortunately, you hear guards, go and get the bastard. So you've alerted the guards, and Joe, you actually, which one of y'all had the stone, the shiny stone?
It was Mad Dog, yeah.
It was you. Okay. Joe, you're sliding pretty fast. You almost lose your sandwich, but you...
Ooh, no, my sandwich!
You do lose your sunglasses. Your sunglasses go tumbling down the series of mechanical stairways. And do one more roll for me.
D6, right?
Yes, please.
3.
2.
Okay.
1 stars.
Yes.
Oh, this is unfortunate. So, Joe, the slide that you're on cracks and starts to break apart. You are now in free fall.
Oh fuck.
But with a big ass, I can just lay down.
This is true. You can, in fact, and we'll come back to you. So, Mad Dog.
As I perpetually fall.
You're just falling like fucking Mortal Kombat 4 continue screen.
Continue. 10,
Yeah.
9, 8.
Mad Dog, you turn to see that the guards have now in their bloodthirst, started to pull out arrows that are on fire, and unfortunately, they are starting to light the room on fire.
Oh no.
So,
This gets so intense. I'm surprised.
all right, and if everyone could give me just so we know that the chaos clock. This is actually going to be, I think, the last round of the game for now because we have to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give me one good 1d12 roll, each of you, and then let me know what happens.
Yeah, it's a D20. This is D12. Okay. 3.
5.
5. Okay, everything is fine.
You know that low? Holy crap!
And you said 3 and 5, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I got
Okay. Mad Dog, you catch a lucky break. Wait, you got 3, Joe?
I got 3. Yeah.
Okay. Oh dear. Okay.
Oh,
Oh no.
Not my ass.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna flip this. So.
Oh no. Do your
Oh,
damnedest.
fuck.
No, I want the truth about my fat ass.
So. As the arrows that are the flaming arrows that are heading towards you, Mad Dog, begin to sort of blot out the area, and again the area around you has an intense amount of fire, an uncomfortable amount of fire is in the room. You hear this mechanical sound along with a crunch, and you look up to see one Joe P. Acetol plummet into your arms, along with a sandwich, a massive overcoat, and you also catch your sunglasses like in mid-fall,
Nice.
which is great.
That's a funny way to trade off inventory, I guess.
And then, I hate to do this. We actually have to stop.
Oh no.
That's fine.
So we end with you both surrounded by fire, looking up to see the fireworks magnet sitting aloft, holding a very tiny Dane cook, taunting you, and you swear that his fortune will be yours. And at some point that it will not be on the stream because I have to stop. So I'm sorry. I hope you all enjoyed that. That's Goblin with a fat ass for now.
Wow.
Fat
What a fucking cliffhanger.
ass. Shut up. Yeah, the motherfucking ass cheek cliffhanger.
Okay.
I gotta show this model to my D&D pals though to see like, hey,
It's a
what
good
are we
time.
doing?
It's a good time. It's a good one shot. I think you could have some fun with it. And now to shift gears for a moment. Hey Toast Rider, you still there?
Yeah, I feel like you could have ended that last one with a but wait, there's more, but with 2 T's.
Oh.
Damn
But wait.
See,
the weight of-
Toast is a better DM than me.
the weight of the butt. Oh yeah.
Okay, we're just I think now was a good time to get into it. Toast, when would you say you found out, or when would you say you've made the first like spicy keychain?
Oh God. I think at this point it's been a couple of years now. Let me see if I can.
I'm tempted to leave the Dragon's Crown music on.
Go. Let me see if I can figure that out.
Obviously, no rush. While you're doing that, I'm actually going to pull up a couple of my faves.
The first one I did was on July 12th, 2022. That was wow.
Do you remember what it said? I'm going to show
this
some
one.
of them on.
I think this one, the perpetual cycle of SGC discourse had landed on frame data versus people who play by feel.
Okay.
This was back when I wasn't writing a whole lot of words on these things. It was just very, very simple. The inspiration being like over labeled political cartoons.
Yeah. In that situation, because what I kind of like about these is that eventually they usually springboard into like a better, more nuanced conversation. Like it kind of it's a good filter, like because people will see that and not really get that it's sort of taking the acrid, taking the P out of it.
Yeah. That was kind of my intention with them at first, was just like, oh my God, we keep seeing these same topics over and over. People bringing up the same things over and over. People getting mad at the same hot takes over and over.
It truly is cyclical, because it really is like, once you've had the old versus new games, old versus new players conversation at least 10 times, you'll wait several months and it will keep going. But
Yeah, and I remember that one specifically going back to like, you know, when I was a fresh-faced 09er and these Third Strike players were saying, "Oh, Street Fighter 4 is the baby game. It's the easy mode
Yeah, the
game
baby
that
game for
rewards you for
babies, yeah.
being bad."
a guy I personally know kind of like tried to make the case that like Focus was this sort of, by his words, this like clunky guessing game, and I was like, well, it doesn't have to be. It's only really, you know, it's that there are people who are optimizing it, and there's always nuance to this stuff, and that's, you know, when you're so convinced that you're right, you don't tend to really like think about it, because then, you know, then 2 other games came out. And those 2 had arguably clunkier things, and so it's like how clunk, every game has some clunk degree to it. It's just like, which one do you like?
No,
You
it's
know,
the Drive Rush enjoyers who are wrong.
Yeah.
So I really like this one, the innocent fighting game players who enjoy the clickety clack of their arcade sticks.
Oh yeah, this one about cheat boxes.
Yeah,
Cheat
those dang kids and their boxes full of cheats.
And of course, you know, since then I started playing Leverless too.
I mean, Leverless is you're sparing your wrists in a smart way. Like it's, you know, those dang.
That's fair.
You know,
It's weird
how
with
dare
cheat
those
boxes,
dang
'cause,
greedy sweat lords.
It's weird with cheat boxes because, like, I usually feel the wrist problem in my right hand when it comes to like the regular buttons, you know,
Mm.
and not necessarily the joystick part. The joystick part is like easier for it's easier for my hands. So I'm surprised that the hitbox are like people are being saved by that part specifically.
I mean, any ergonomics that, you know, any less wrist strain that you get from switching over to hitbox specifically, you lose trying to plug the cable into it.
Oh,
I really-
yeah, the cable. We're considering the cable. Yeah, that's true.
It's a weird like kind of XLR looking cable, but anyway, back to the.
I
Back to the
really
keychains.
want to zoom in more on this so the stream can see it, because you have to you truly have to kind of do the diligence on this one.
I'm not sure
I'll just
when
read
it
this
was
one out
that I
loud.
first started like going so overwrought with these things, but you know, I just noticed that like the more I crammed onto Dominic's face there, the funnier they ended up being.
Yeah.
Even when I could have made my point in like, I don't know, 5 or 10 words total.
3D esports
It
chart,
just
Sweat
became kind of a
Lord.
writing challenge. Like how long can I get this going while still communicating some kind of coherent point?
Yeah, the unholy word of the Necro Community Comic Con. Blaspheming the sacred tenet of settle it in an FT3 by claiming that scale-it buttons should not be the sole arbiter of one's treatment in fighting games, that for a healthy community to foster, diversity must be celebrated. And I remember this one exactly. Now that I'm looking at it again, I remember exactly what started this one.
Oh, I remember writing many of these words in something like this order, but I don't remember the context of this one.
The context of this one, if I remember correctly, what started that conversation was a certain shitty Soul Calibur player, you know, was being real dismissive of a lot of folks' like, you know, identities, and doing the whole like, you know, I don't care about you, blah blah blah, just run the set, da da da.
Right.
And just being just the most old head SRK. I think a lot of people's quest is to be an old head before their time. A lot of the discourse cycles is the thing. It's like you don't have to rush into it. Wait, Trashboat is saying you got them into Discworld.
Oh, you know what? If I can help spread the word of Discworld, then all of this was worth it.
Yeah,
This is the link I was not expecting to see today. The link between Spicy Keychains and Terry Pratchett. Like,
you know, Discworld is just they are the best books. You know, there's lots of books out in the world, and those are the best ones.
It's really
so,
those.
Once you've got those. You don't really need the other books.
It's just those and Ursula K. Le Guin. That's it. It's just, you got those two, you're good.
Yeah, I don't think a book like I didn't like read like The Color of Magic and The Light Fantastic when I was in high school, and like I don't think I've ever had a book actually just make me laugh out loud like that. Like that shit was that was fun. That was
Yeah.
a treat.
It's when a bit will start and then just keep going past the point of like you would think it would be
exactly
untenable.
Like they started getting like a little bit wordy depending on the context of what was going on at the time, and then that just became part of the joke was how verbose can I get these, and it always got me when like I had made like I don't know 30 or 40 of these things, and people were still saying, "Oh, this is so long, I'm not reading that," or why'd you write so much? It's like that's the joke.
That's the joke.
That was the joke.
Yeah. It surpasses, it gets to a point where it surpasses like the kind of the TLDR, because it's actually like really, really, usually it is spot on. It is clinical with some of these. Like, I'm going to keep going. That one is strong, but I mean, this actually, here's
one of the early one. I think that's the first one.
Yeah, this is
they were so much more concise in the early days.
I think part of it too is it always feels like Dominic is making that face while saying it to me, and that really kind of drives it home.
I always imagine Dominic sounding something like in the old Star Fox games, Pigma.
Pigma. It sounds like one of the characters from fucking Star Fox.
Your daddy got rust down real good.
Yeah. I always imagine Dominic kind of squealing.
Greedy esports tryhards, wet lord, unga bunga, gorillas shifting the paradigm. It's a brand new, never seen before this generation mechanics to rob the honest footsies from honest foot enthusiasts such as myself. Players of their rightly deserved wins. Their depraved tactics like using attacks that advance them forward, destroying the very foundation that. Skips. Yeah. This is innocent, nostalgically longing for the golden age of footsies. And you know what's so funny? Like I had a post that was a while back that was like, you're supposed to not want to long for some nebulous golden age. Like that's the problem. Like
yeah.
Like even as someone who, again, I don't try to dote on this, or like like I grew up in arcades. I wasn't.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to go back there, because if I go back there, I'd be saving pennies, like for week after week to like go and get completely destroyed, and then I'd have to wait another week. It's like I can just go play whatever, whenever, and people love this shit. Like
It's always really funny to me when people say old games were honest. I'm like, no, they weren't.
No, they were not.
They weren't.
Yeah, they're definitely not.
Fighting games have been trending towards aggressive play ever since Kane murdered his brother for playing Kyle. Is a banger. That goes so hard. That is incredible.
I can just imagine, like he's asking Kane, hey, where's your brother? We were gonna run a 1st to 10. It's like, oh yeah, he ducked you. Sorry.
Honest mids, good old honest mids SF2. Fei Long, doing chicken wing lockdown to Chun, an honest character. How could you do that to honest character Chun?
Yeah.
$6 bottled water.
I feel like people don't long for like anything specific to a game or like a group of games at the time. What they long for is not having a 9 to 5, and also not everybody else knowing the grime.
I have continuously tried to reveal that little like crack in the armor for people and tell people like, no, what you're actually mad at is capitalism, which this exact one blatantly fucking points out, and people just whooshed right past that point. Like, oh man.
I still love that bit, being dehydrated while drowning in pools.
That's strong. Mega Driver saying it's like too convenient. Yeah, every fighting game really worth its salt has at least one matchup that feels like a Abbott and Costello routine. Like if you
oh yeah.
If you yes, actually it's funny you bring up survival arts, Trash Boat, because that's a lot of survival arts really.
Doug, I need to redo that tweet. I'm sorry.
And like you can
What
You can
tweet?
absolutely hate
Oh,
a
that thing
matchup
you
and still love a
retweeted.
game,
Oh,
and I
Oh,
feel
that
like
was-
that's
Oh no, I feel bad.
This is a good part.
I
So,
felt someone
other
regret-
people started to make like try and copy them, and this is how you know it's good because they're all not quite as good as Toast. Like I'm just saying,
Oh, yeah,
like people tried, but they no imitated, no.
I don't own this
Except no
format.
substitutes.
Obviously, I'm always happy that people tried it for themselves, but there's a rhythm to it that I think is maybe hard to copy.
Yeah, there's a Mars Torius and his 0 and 10 matchups. Well, I feel like really that's just Ray. Ray is a jerk.
Gene Marstorius is pretty miserable for Marstorius, but that is made up for the fact that Gene is so miserable against Zazzy.
I like it's my show and you're the comic relief.
Wait, where's that? Oh, yeah.
holy shit!
Plunder the pots. Yeah, speaking of goblins robbing people, plunder the pots for their
Oh,
own
yeah.
treasure vaults. A heist worthy of the most legendary of thieves, and rob blind their unsuspecting victims of not only the glory of victory, but a share of the $28.50 prize pool they deserve. Because that's the
This one
thing,
I
like,
remember, 'cause this was about people getting mad that TOs entered their own events. And
Yeah.
like what are you even getting mad about? like running the game,
Yeah.
running the bracket gives you any kind of advantage in game.
yeah, the TO who absolutely is not going to break even because they blew all that, all that on venue hosting and venue internet and all kinds of setups and just, and renting for however many
net play
much
brackets,
time.
it's not like you're not playing for any stakes.
Yeah, there's there's nothing on the line. It literally is made up and the points don't matter. So it's, being exposed to people
that should be the name of a Fatal Fury tournament. Whose lane is it anyway?
Ooh,
Whose lane is it anyway?
that's strong. I'm gonna make a note of that.
Tell Detective Parks.
I was gonna say Parks and Ice will probably be into that. I still haven't joined that one other Fatal Fury core. I should probably make a point to do that.
I probably should too, but then I also have not played Real Bout 2 in ages.
Yeah,
It just,
TO / equals grade of the game. Like I can name, so there's Elven Shadow who runs Frosty Faustings. Their Faust is incredible, but they're not winning every Guilty Gear. They have every Guilty Gear there, but they usually just end up playing +R. So they're good at one Guilty Gear out of the what are we at now? like Strive +R, Xrd, sometimes they run Reload. So like one of 3 games they may have sort of a chance.
I'm not even sure what people were mad about as far as TOs entering their own events. Like, what do they think that they're seeding the bracket to give themselves an advantage or something?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Well, no, that's what we do. That's what I just did when I won a match and then gave up. See, that was me
Yeah, exactly.
arranging things in favor of Joe. Clearly, I am a greedy esports tryhard sweat lord,
Why do you guys think we're
allowing
called
all manner of riffraff.
Why do you think we're called Fraud Crew? We've been trying to tell you the entire time.
I thought it was Fraud Crew, and we're all that's why we love the double Germans.
Proud
Yes.
poor listener.
Proud bar.
It does go hard that no one, like, you would think fighting game players would be better at blocking. It's just like, yeah, you don't. If you see a thing that is like out to ruin your day, and I told this to a good friend actually who was in the chat earlier this morning, like, you don't have to. You have to have a bullshit detector. You have to be a little wary of who is out there just rage baiting for engagement, because that's all the platform's traffic in at this point. That goes for YouTube essays. That goes for like whatever, really. If you're hate clicking, you're kind of playing into their hands is the thing. So it's just something to be wary of, because it's everywhere now. So
And that's honestly part of why I stopped making these, is because it was making me seek out stuff to write about, and like that stuff was not doing anything for my day.
Also, this is a healthier way of getting this out than I have gone about in the future. That's kind of why not in the future, but gone about in the past. So I that's kind of why I appreciate
This one here, it's the same argument as old game versus new game. How people think that they want some kind of like, pure, honest footsies experience, as though that has ever like actually existed and has ever. Okay, if you want an honest fighting game, the one true honest fighting game is Koihime Embu. That's it. There are no others other than maybe vanilla dive kick.
And see, the thing about that too is even when the person who supposedly wants that honesty picks that up, the minute they hear that blah sound when they get Hogeki'd, it's like, what is happening to me? Why is this like this? I hate this. So it's really just people who just want like a easy in, and it's like there's kind of just there's no set path. You either just gotta like find joy in your own experience and like share that, or don't. Like, yeah, rock paper scissors is. Oh, what'd you say?
When are we gonna play chess? That's like the Disgaea of fighting games.
Oh yeah, chess. No, I do have a chessboard. I'll be down for chess.
They got
played chess in a long ass time.
They got
Why would we play chess when we've got Chess 2, the sequel to chess, made by
damn it, yeah,
Mr.
you're
Fighting
right.
Games himself.
Serlin really did figure it out. Good point.
He was right. Chess is a great JRPG. So true.
Honest is shorthand for mix and no saw. Like, I guess chess is decidedly dishonest at this point, though. Like, you think chess is honest, I guess, but
you think chess is honest, but have you checked, the cheat boxes that chess players stick up their butts?
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, I gotta get in on that, to be honest. Like, get in on that market while it's still hot.
Oh, this one was about people saying that only top tier characters ever get described as technical, and that like, there have never been like, executionally difficult but bad characters, and there's plenty.
In this space, we have talked about Cammy from Street Fighter the movie at such length that it's like I can just point at Kylie Minogue and be like, there you go. She's really hard to play. She has a 5-frame, like, she has shit. It's just you gotta sit and lab that timing out. It still might not work for you. There's all kinds. I mean, there's Silver Samurai in Coda who's really fun and has no lows. Like, not a single low in the game. Just raw dog in it.
Also, it is not a coincidence that Enja is part of the keychain there.
Oh yeah. he actually likes the spice. He's like,
That's something I appreciate Enja, is that he never looks like he's having a bad time. He loves what he's doing.
Did Butler just say Kasparov Monogatari?
Yeah, that's the chess JRPG.
That's a banger.
Uno 2 Dos. I love it.
What difficulty can lie in bringing an assault rifle to a pocket knife fight? That's actually, looking at Mech Hisui, who was a character who absolutely brings firearms to fight a guy who has a knife. A guy with
that's true.
She literally is that. That's powerful. Like, I really dig that. This one was every top needs a bottom.
About
the multiple layers on this one.
Yeah. Class.
They're ill-gotten, because people, this reared its head again this past week because someone was like, research bad actually. For sharing, or no, it was sharing your research basically is bad, and it was like, I mean, that wasn't exactly how they said it.
Trying to bring back Save It for Nationals or whatever.
I think it wasn't really just that. It turned into, it was a rewording basically of the old versus new, and it was like worded in such a way where it just kind of felt like pearl clutching. It's like you youngins trying to come in here and to make demands of people who have all the tech. You don't know. And it's like, on the one hand, making a wiki is hard. It is labor. And it is, it's no one is, really like demanding you drop your day job to do all that shit because that is thankless work. On the other hand,
Yeah.
people
It's
who,
like-
you know, people who only keep their info in Discords, and I have a perfect example of that. I'm not going to say who they are, but a certain, you know, French bread game who keeps all their info in a certain Discord, a certain game for PS2 with Saber in it. Maybe y'all could do more to preserve some of that info instead of just being precious about it. You know what I mean?
I gotta say, if I'm ever like looking into a new game and I see that it is split into different character Discord servers, it makes me not want to play the game.
Giant red flag. It's like, okay, well, I guess I will do something else with my time.
Basically, yeah.
Wait, hold the fuck up. You're telling me people are doing character Discords?
Oh, that has been.
Oh, yeah, that's yeah.
That has been a thing for at least since
No way.
at least since
At least
before
since
the
the
pandemic. That
more
has
than one chat.
that's been a thing since before the pandemic. That was kind of Melty's whole deal for a bit, and people really hated that. And then no one found a solution, so they were just like, "Yes, it's just gonna keep happening."
Don't fucking do that. It's stupid.
Yeah, that is the solution, is not to do that.
Oh, you know what's so funny
Oh.
about this one?
Minecraft Steve Van, yeah.
There was I told Alex this, but at one point there was a Japanese player. I don't remember their name. They put out like a whole ass PDF of like options, ways you can fight Steve in the Smash Brothers video game. You can fight Minecraft Steve. Here's a bunch of ways to get around it. That player got so much goddamn harassment. They deleted their Reddit account, deleted the post, like deleted their Twitter, and just like skedaddled off to I don't know where the fuck. So maybe the problem sometimes is that the way that stuff metamorphs into a bullying engine, and the way like no one is ever happy when it's just, oh, this character's out here doing this character's doing it's just as bad as Notch. Fuck this guy. And it's like, no.
Forbidden techniques like counter picking or lapping the match.
So
God
I want to
forbid.
bring up real quick. There was a polar bear like tweet that mentioned like specifically, I think it was an attack on ADK, where it's like if you hide the name of your characters on the front of the screen. I don't know if this is off topic or not, but
No, you're fine. We're just
yeah,
talking.
if your HUD in like the fighting part does not put the characters' names on it, that's gatekeeping. So that is a problem ADK specifically has.
I think that
we're running tomorrow.
I like that lore gatekeeping can be a thing, but it's like one of the people who runs Dustloop was like, "Hey, so we got this new Guilty Gear lore wiki, and if the lore wiki and the tech wiki fought, the lore one would win."
Yeah.
Like that, those people are so dedicated to it being this strict thing that is not to be derivated from, and that's it. And anybody saying anything else is a liar, and that's a strictness that maybe isn't even present in the fighting game space sometimes, where it's just like, oh, you think if you say a single word sometimes about Venom Guilty Gear, someone will try and come for you. It is rough out here.
That's an 8 outer, of course.
Shout out to Nate Otter.
But no, these are all, I have had many
But I guess if it comes to
sensible.
lore, if you're not,
We know who you're talking about.
yeah, if you're not putting your name on the characters on the HUD, then you're just saying like you don't care about the lore nearly enough to be like, hey, these characters have...
that is where I will agree with the boomer take that I didn't want to agree with at first, and say that that's maybe more cause to play it and be like, well, why didn't the devs leave that here? What were they thinking? And that's all it's about. It's just doing your finding your joy. All right.
Specifically ADK comes to mind because that's the only game I
Yes,
can
please
think
play more
of that
ADK. It's very fun.
ADK is
ADK
great,
is
but
fun.
I still couldn't tell you half the name of the characters except for Fuma, which is
So
one of them named Joe, and that's all I know.
one of those names is Joe. That's true. So it's 10 p.m. I think we're gonna go over to the Robot Boombox channel to check out some super sick Sims stuff. I had a clip that I had used in one of the teasers for Sawcon where it was a Sims mod where you could fight each other, but it was a guy who just like pulled up on a Sim holding a baby, because I guess normally you can't attack someone who's holding a Sim child. I don't know what they're called actually. Maybe we can find out once we get over there.
Simmy children.
If you can't tell, I have a special guest
I'm not
here.
into the Sims myself,
good,
so
whatever.
I gotcha. But
take care, everyone.
Take
Alright.
care, Anvil.
So let's pull up on Robot Boombox, and we'll learn a little bit more about some wild stuff you can do in The Sims. And I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of the Goblin with Fat Ass session, and also the spicy keychains. Maybe we'll revisit some goblin asses in the future. We'll see how it goes. But
Excuse me.
all right. Are you live over there?
Yeah.
All right. Let's pop on over and chill with Nanny and Dank Apasta, and we're raiding now, and I'll see y'all there. I'm gonna go ahead and hit stop in un, deux, trois. I don't remember how the fuck to say forward.
Quattro.
Sorry, sure.
You can press raid before you stop, and it raid's like.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just being facetious. All right. See y'all over there.
See ya.